doing heroin. And also, as I grew up, I was also involved in gangs. When I was 13 years old, I joined a gang. Also, at a young age, I became a dad. When I was 19 years old, I found out that I was going to be a dad. And I had a problem with my addiction. Because of my addiction, I lost my wife. Not only that, I lost my son also because of drugs. I smoked heroin almost for 2 months. I thought I was never gonna, I used to inject it. I smoked it for 2 months, but then I started injecting it, and it almost cost me my life. I ended up in the hospital. I want to show you guys something. Because I was shooting heroin. This is what happened, guys. For using heroin, for using needles. Four days in coma, a month and a half in the hospital. None of my friends, none of my homies were in the hospital there for me. Only my family. That was my first Christmas with my mom. Ever since I was 18 years old, because of my addiction, I was in and out of jail. I was like 25 years old right there. That was my first Christmas with my family. Those are my IDs from jail, some of them. Because of my addiction, because being involved in gangs, until I went to prison. I was in prison for two years. I got lucky. I was looking at 10 years. But I ended up doing only 2 years, thank God. As soon as I came out from prison, I started doing better things, started making better choices. When I was, because my addiction, remember I told you guys that I lost my son and I lost my wife? Well, when I came home, started going to church, and I started doing things different. I went to Varios Unidos. I completed some community hours so I can remove my tattoos. It hurts. When to remove the tattoos, guys, it's really, really, really painful. So I recommend for you guys not to get tattoos, because one day if you guys want to take them off, it's painful.
Where did you have tattoos? Your face? Where else?
Yes, I used to have them in my face and behind behind my ear and in my fingers. And I was going there like for a year and a half, just to remove them. And then I started going to parenting classes because I wanted to give my son's life. And then I went to Speakers Bureau. I got a training for me to become a speaker because I wanted to share my story with you guys. And then after I graduated from there, me and Daddy, we started helping other speakers how to give their presentations. So I've been doing this almost for 7 years. And those are my certificates that I completed, the speakers bureau, I completed all of them, phase 1, 2, and 3. That's my family right there. My 2 stepboys, my wife, and my son. My son that I was never there in his life. I got full custody of him. I met him for the first time when he was 8 years old. I wasn't there in his life because of my drug addiction and also being incarcerated. And over here, those are my brothers from the church. I became a minister 2 years ago. That's a police officer. His last name is Zamora. He's related to my dad. I barely found that out not too long ago. And I like to go feed the homeless. And I was in private property over there in Watsonville. And we were feeding the homeless. And some police officers, they recognized me from the past. And they're like, hey, you look different. What happened to the tattoos you used to have on your face? And I told them, you know what, I'm doing good. I've been clean since I came home since 2013. I'm not in gangs anymore. He's like, are you on probation or parole? I'm like, no, I'm not. He's like, oh, can I search you? I'm like, no, for what? I'm not even doing anything. I'm just over here feeding the homeless. And then he ran my name and everything. I didn't have nothing. And I told him, hey, this is what I do now. I go and I encourage teenagers not to do drugs and gangs and stuff like that. And I told him, do you know this police officer? He's like, yeah. He's I think he's a sergeant.
Yeah, some lieutenant.
I think he's a sergeant from the Watsonville PD. And I told him, do you want to call him to make sure that I'm not lying to you? He's like, no, it's okay, you can leave. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. Back in the days, as soon as I saw a police officer, bye. And they would be like, hey, stop, freeze. I'm like, no, I ain't stopping, you better catch me. You know, you're getting paid. You know, they're gonna get paid for them to chase me. I want to give up a fight. I'm not gonna go to jail just like that. After everything, guys, me doing good, staying out of trouble, not being with gang members anymore, not doing drugs, serving God. I got shot. It was my first day of work. I work in the field. And when I had the opportunity to come and share my story, I'll ask for permission just to come to the school and share my story. Because we do this, we don't get paid, but we do this to encourage you guys, for you guys to choose your path. Whatever you guys do in life, depending if it's not a good thing, there's consequences to it. And this was my consequence. Just because I used to be in a gang, I got hit up in my house. It was my first day of work. I went to work, I got out early. I took my boys to fish. Who likes to go fishing, guys? Oh, I do. I like to go fishing. I took my boys fishing. I got home late, like at 9:30. When I got home, I was alone in a couple days. I thank God that my boys were already inside the house. I came outside, and this young guy, he was like 16, 17 years old, he asked me if I bang. And I told him, you know what? I don't gangbang. I don't have time for that. I have 3 kids. I have a wife. All I do is just work. This guy didn't care. This guy shot me like, I was like this in my trunk. I was like this in my trunk. When I suspected, this guy was like right here. And as he asked me if I gangbang, I told him no. He didn't care. Boom. He shot me, and then I ran. And he shot me like 10 times, guys. But I only got hit 3 times. Because God was the one that protected me. He sent his angels for me to be protected. And I'm going to show you guys where I got shot at. It went from here, all the way through here. Those were the 9 millimeter, guys. This one right here was like 2 inches away from my heart. It almost killed me. And I lost most of my blood. I only had like a third left of my blood. When the cops got there. I also got hit over here on this side. I was in the hospital for 2-3 weeks almost. And the only that was there for me was Danny, my friend, that he's almost like my brother to me, and my family members, my church brothers also. But none of my homies that I used to hang around in the past, none of them showed up. None of them say like, oh, how you doing, this and this and this and that. None of them. And the reason that I lived, that I made it, is because God is the one that protected me. When this happened to me, guys, I almost gave up. I almost gave up. Because I was scared, guys, to go back to the schools, to do what I was doing. And maybe one of those kids that shot me, I went to their school, share my story. And you know what encouraged me, guys? The students, some students wrote to me a Gabriel letter, and I read it. Once I read that letter, I knew that it was worth it. That it was worth it for me to come and share my story, for you guys to learn from our mistakes. You guys are either going to learn the right way, or there's going to be consequences. You're either going to end up in the hospital, you're either going to end up in prison, or you're either going to end up dead. I overdosed a lot of times on purpose, guys. On purpose, because I was tired of my life. I was tired of my addiction. I felt like nobody loved me. On purpose, I overdosed like 10 times. But because of the mercy and the grace of God, that's why I'm still standing here. And if you guys are thinking about that, taking away your life, you guys are not worthy, and nobody loves you, you guys are wrong. There's somebody that cares about you guys. There's somebody that loves you. You know? And first of all, you need to learn how to love yourselves. Sometimes we don't love ourselves. That's why we do what we do. But we're here to tell you guys that we're here for you. We love you guys. If you guys want our information or a phone number, we'll give you guys our information. We're here for you. Just don't make right choices in life. Learn from our mistakes. And I didn't change on my own. God is the one that changed me. I tried hard times to change. I failed. As soon as I came home from prison, I went to church the first day. When I got shocked, the first day I got released from the hospital, I went straight to church. Because I know where my strength comes from, guys. I know. And it's not easy, but nothing is impossible. If God changed me, God can change you or your family members. If you have family members or parents or anybody that's struggling through addiction or anything in gangs, just pray about it, guys. God is the only one that can help you. And if you guys have any questions, we're here for you guys. And we love you. You guys have a blessed day. Thank you.